Warning, the following content may induce serious FOMO and an uncontrollable urge to travel.
Caviar Wings, folks. We got the crew eating in the background, so if you hear some munching. What was the name of that?
Hi guys.
Hi. Got Ashley here.
So for those who are watching via YouTube, you'll catch glimpses of Ash and Kels, who are slightly off the main camera, but still here.
And eating.
And eating. Wait, what was that TikTok thing that you, like, it's sexy eating?
A mukbang.
Oh.
Sexy eating.
I don't know what else
you're talking about. You're real close then.
Yeah, get real close. Like, so that's what
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. We'll get to it, don't worry. And then we have Kylie with us.
Hi everyone, I'm Kylie. People know me as Kylie Alexis. I'm a model, I'm a business owner, I'm a traveler, I'm a mom. I do a lot of things. I wear many hats, but today we're going to talk about all these travels that I've been doing over the years.
Yes. So we bring all the boss women on the show, and she definitely is. And speaking of which, she's a mom. 6 months in.
6 months today.
Yeah. Well, is it technically 6 months or is it 15 months? Because as soon as she's conceived, you are technically
You're right.
creating a whole human being inside
and it's technically
of you.
10 months of the
So,
process.
Yeah,
if you
so
really
she's
think about
16
it.
months into this journey of being a mom.
Yeah.
And her
been a
daughter's
while.
name is Capri, and she is the most stunning and beautiful little girl I have ever seen in like life. She's so
thank
adorable.
Right, I was going to say, we need an image.
Throws up image, you see what I'm talking about. Like, and so it's only appropriate, since her daughter's name is Capri, that our episode is all about Capri.
Okay, Capri. Yes. We love Capri.
Yes. So Kylie was like, oh, like, I want to talk about traveling as a mom. And I'm like, oh, I want to cover Capri. Like, traveling as a mom sounds cute and all, but can we talk about Capri?
Yes.
And like, it's funny because I texted you and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm just assuming that's where your daughter was conceived and that's why her name is Capri.
Is that true?
It's not true, but
we tried there. Be like, we tried.
We tried.
Because that's definitely what Sahar told me. She's like, she was conceived
Sahar
in
just running with
Capri,
information.
and that's why her name is Capri. I was like, oh.
That would be a really cool story, though.
I was convinced, but no, it was your baby moon, actually, right?
I took my honeymoon and my baby moon in Capri.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Sahar, you were way. I just
before.
want the record to say you were way off.
Stories.
Way off.
I don't know where I got that from. It just made sense to me. I'm like, oh, it has to be the case. Like, why wouldn't it be the case? But clearly,
right.
I was wrong.
It's
okay.
all good. It's all good. It's all good.
It's okay. So
maybe in the future.
Yeah. Baby number
I love
two.
that.
Yes.
Baby number two.
Speak it into existence.
Okay, I'm here for that.
I mean, at the rate that you, like, as beautiful as she is, like, you just need to keep creating children, and you can retire.
Yeah.
Because you have your baby at work
Because they're
already.
working. They're working.
Yes.
She is a whole model.
Straight out the womb with a job. I know that's right.
So
she's making her bag.
Here's an interesting fact. Your daughter is 6 months old today.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for celebrating her half birthday with us.
Yes.
Because that's the thing now, apparently,
Right.
celebrating half birthdays. But she's already been on a plane how many times?
She's been on a plane 8 times. It'll be 10 after this weekend.
That's crazy. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
She's a little traveler too.
She is. And you know, I was telling Kelley this, and Kelley was like, oh my God, is she worried about the ears though? Like popping and stuff at such a young age?
So you have to make sure you're feeding the baby as the plane goes up and as the plane descends. Descending takes a little longer. It takes around 40 minutes to descend. So you have to feed a little longer, but going up, it's like as soon as that plane starts like going down the runway, I pop her on to feed or give her a bottle
So going up was never really a problem for us, but coming down, oh my God, Justin would be in tears.
Yeah, because it takes a while, right? Like I literally, my ears pop.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the moment my ears start to pop, I know she's gonna feel something. So I literally feed her for like 40 minutes because that's how long it usually takes. I've kind of timed it out at this point.
So that's probably emulating the same thing as like chewing gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably
Exactly.
like essentially what,
Mhm.
and that's the first time I mean, I'm not a mom, so clearly I don't keep up with these things, but that's the first time I've heard that. But that's a nice little trick.
Yeah.
But you've been on the plane next to screaming babies.
Oh,
I've been there. I've been
so
there.
what do you do? Like, how do you react to that? I promise you we'll get into Capri and the hotels and the restaurants and all those good things. I promise you. But what do you do? Like, if she's screaming, how do you make her stop?
Make her stop.
Honestly,
You mean, how do you
I haven't
pacify
had an
her?
experience where she's been screaming on the plane. Like everyone
you're lucky.
always,
You're lucky.
yeah, they always
Yeah.
talk about how good she is. Like, oh, I never knew there was a baby behind me. She's very quiet, and I do that on purpose because I know
Let's knock on wood.
Right, knock on wood that she'll never be a screaming baby. But I also hear that, you know, babies in the beginning are easier to travel with because it's toddlers that are like, no, yeah, and just want to run all over the place. But as a newborn and a 6-month-old, she's calm when she's close to me.
Nice.
So we're cuddling the whole time.
Aww.
I have her wrapped up like in a big blanket and we're snuggling and she's like, all right, I'm fine. I don't have to scream. But, you know, we'll see what happens in a year.
So you'll have to come back annually and
right,
give us
we'll
an
come back in a
update.
year with an update on how she does.
Yes, how the
Yeah.
traveling woes are going.
And honestly, we're going to France in September.
Oh.
So that'll be the first really long
Long flight.
So that'll be another test to try to see,
Oh.
like, you know, her first passport stamp.
That's crazy.
But
That is so
Imagine.
cute. I was just about to ask, what is the longest flight she's been on? So it will be France coming up?
it'll be France. Yeah, it'll be France. And it's just been like New York, Chicago, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, France will be.
Okay, so let me
That'll
ask
be
you this.
it.
How old were you when you got your first passport stamp?
I was 21.
Wow.
Kelley, how old were you when you got your first passport stamp?
You didn't need a passport when I went to my first.
You didn't. I swear I was about to say this.
You didn't need anything. I went to the Bahamas. You didn't need anything.
Yeah, Bahamas,
Okay.
Mexico, for the youngins out there.
Not
Back in
not
the
back
day.
in the day.
Oh.
Back in the day, all you
Back in the
needed,
day.
all you needed for Mexico and the islands and stuff was like, I think your social security, like they
So I'm
didn't
sorry.
pass your.
I actually have.
They didn't stamp your passport.
I have passport stamps on the back of my birth certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
how long
interesting.
ago. we
I
were-
know.
Vintage.
We're vintage, baby. We look good, but we vintage, baby. Like.
I love that. But
So-
yeah, I was 21. That was 2012.
Yeah.
So I had just graduated from college, and that was my first trip to Aruba. And so I
Nice.
had to. That was my first
Yeah.
time having a passport. So I was like, okay, this is cool.
And do
So.
you get away with traveling with baby with not checking anything?
I have to check stuff. I have to check mad things. Like I have to, like usually before I could just hop around on a little carry-on and just move like I want to. Now it has to be a check bag because I have all of her stuff plus my stuff plus like milk and food and like bottles and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole thing. So like packing is different now, but I can definitely say I've kind of learned that packing list.
Okay.
Like it's memorized at this point, and I want to like work on condensing it and making it a little more efficient. Because my first trip to New York, I was like packing like a whole suitcase just for her, and I'm like,
Right.
I don't need that. So many things, you know.
Things, yeah, like we'll scale
so
it back.
Yeah, I'm kind of learning like how to scale it back, how to be a more efficient traveler with a baby. So today we are going to pack for Capri, and we're going on our first international trip, her first passport stamp. I can't wait. So I'm going to show you everything that I use to pack for her. So first, I like to go with clothes. Obviously, you have to have the cute outfits per day. And then I like to accessorize them, so like bows and hats and things like that. It's gonna be a little chilly where we're going, so I have to have like some jackets, some little cute cover-ups, things like that. And then we have to do the essentials, right? We're gonna have to have bath time. We're going for 10 days. So we're gonna be taking baths. I have to bring food items for her. I have to bring things to wash her bottles, things like that. And then also things for nursing, diapers, wipes. We're gonna be there for a while, so there has to be bath time essentials. We always have to have our towels, lots of washcloths. I'm probably gonna bring 2 or 3 times as many washcloths. Luckily, we're staying at a condo, so I can wash as needed. And then obviously, diapers and wipes, right? At least 2 packs of wipes for 10 days. This is just 1/3 of the amount of diapers that I'm gonna bring because, oof, yeah. Now, another thing, I'm gonna obviously bring bottles and all of those things. One hack that I love to be able to use is this. It's an OXO mini portable cleaning kit. So pretty much I have the brush. It also comes with the bottle brush inside. And then I use a little thing for the detergent. And this is actually a drying rack. So I use this to take with me everywhere I go with her so I can clean her bottles as needed. And you know, we keep it fresh. When it comes to food, I'm gonna actually bring a pureer and a blender with me. However, before I get there and make the food, I'm going to bring food for the plane. I have an 11-hour flight with her, so I love these little packets that I can use that I can just feed to her on the plane. I just put it into a spoon, pop it in her mouth. I'm also nursing, so on the plane I like to have some sort of baby cover or something like that to cover me up while I'm nursing her. It's important when you're flying with a baby to actually have them swallowing or feeding or something on the way up and on the way down because their ears pop. So I like to nurse her on the way up, and sometimes I'll give her a bottle on the way down since it takes longer to go down. Ascending is maybe like 10 minutes going up, but descending can take up to 40 minutes. So something to keep in mind when it comes to the baby's ears popping on the plane. So this is like one of my favorite baby accessories. It's the Viva blender. So one, it steams, it purees, it defrosts. It does everything that you need right here. I can make her food in like 15, 20 minutes because it just does everything. It's actually from Europe. I like that it has glass on the bottom so we can reduce the microplastics. And I'm all about just like keeping her super healthy. She's tiny, you know? This is the basket for me to steam stuff. Take that out, dump it in, and I puree it. I make her food so fast with this thing, it's so clutch. So this is her carry-on because I have experienced way too many times my luggage being lost when I've been traveling. I'd rather my luggage get lost than her luggage get lost. So I keep her luggage with me on the plane at all times and everything that she needs so that I can always make sure that she's good. And that's how we travel with the baby girl. And I want her packing her own bags one day with her little suitcase and being cute in the airport. Like, I want that for us, you know? So,
yeah. And they have really cute little kids suitcases now. Like, have you seen the ones where they can actually ride on?
Yes.
They have like little scooters on them. I'm like,
yes, so all of those things.
All these things that they're, I'm like,
I want little matching like roller bags with her. Like,
I can see it.
Oh my God, those would be the cutest TikToks ever in life.
Yes. Coming soon.
Coming soon. Do you need a manager? Because I'm available. Like,
I mean, girl, at this point.
Does baby girl have a manager already?
Right.
I'm a momager.
Okay.
I'm the one booking her for jobs. I'm redlining her contracts, girl. Like
I love it.
I'm making sure, you know. I'm trying to have her out here and like doing it.
Yeah.
Because I've been an international model for 11 years now.
Yeah.
And so that's been like really good for me. So I know that she can do it. Like me seeing it, I know I can model for the rest of my life. Like there's people in their 60s still modeling and doing cruise ads and all that stuff. Like it's a thing. And you see babies doing it too.
You would do a cruise ad?
Yeah. I've actually done
the
too.
Has really changed. Back in the day, it was like you had to be 15 and that was it. Now, there's 80.
No, like the Virgin Voyages, like cute stuff like that. Like I'm here for it.
And you know, it's become very inclusive as well as far as showing the different like body types everything, like
Yep.
old, young,
Yep.
skin, like it's just become a lot more inclusive than it used to be. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can go a lot longer in the game.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be out here for a minute now.
Yeah.
Remember this face, okay?
You saw it here, folks. Caviar Wings. I told you we only bring the boss babes on. Hey. All right, so let's talk about Capri because that's what the listeners want to hear. They want to hear about all these travels. And when I hear Capri, one of the first things I flash back to is I took. Well, I shouldn't say I took Kelley because I didn't pay for it. But
I say you didn't take me nowhere, ma'am.
I didn't pay for it.
What?
Took means you paid for it. But Kelley and I took a trip to Capri recently, and her reaction to the notion of hopping on a ferry to get to Capri was so priceless. Like, Kelley is the most easygoing, like, okay, life is good, wherever you want to go, Sahar, like, I'm with it, like, no matter who it is, actually, like, let's just go have a good time. But once it gets a certain temperature outside, or period.
Take me home. Take me home. Take me home.
It is a long journey.
She was like, wait, what are we doing to get to this place? And mind you, how long did we even...
We took a more rugged way. Like, we probably should have got a helicopter.
It was a wings. Probably
A
should have got
helicopter.
a helicopter.
We should have got
That's
a
a
helicopter.
way. That is a way.
My bad.
That's how you get there.
That's
I'm
how
telling
you
you,
should.
take
That's
a
how
helicopter.
you should get there.
Do
I'm
not
here
jump
for
on the
it.
ferry like we did. But if you want to have a wings experience, you could jump on the ferry.
So you could. There are direct flights to Naples now.
Yes,
So-
that's where I've gone from Napoli, and I've also gone from. Wow, that fly.
See-
That's crazy. Sorry, I caught that.
We gotta. Can y'all see that? Jesus.
Sorry, it was on the outside. No, they're giving me
Oof,
a new
Oh,
girl.
it's on the inside.
Yeah.
Swimming.
It just.
They're giving
Oof.
me a new rose.
And it's huge.
That's wild.
He's so huge.
So there's a
My
fly
bad.
in the drink. Just flew in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Sorry, y'all.
So wait, Napoli.
Yes.
I say Naples. She says Napoli. We already know that my pronunciation game on this show. I mispronunciate absolutely
the
everything.
American way to say it is Naples.
Yeah.
The Italian way to say it is Napoli.
Okay.
So.
You learn something new every day.
I
And you
knew
know,
that, but
we
I
love
didn't
to
even
butcher
bother.
names out here.
I
you know?
butcher everything. People know I butcher absolutely everything. I'm sorry in advance. No
All good.
disrespect. It's just so much I have to learn all the time about all these places.
I mean, it's a big world out here.
It is.
You know.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so Napoli.
Yeah. So I've gone from Napoli, and I've also gone from the Amalfi Coast. So in 2017, we came from Amalfi Coast.
So you're already settled in Amalfi Coast. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I've already had a few days to settle. It's easier to catch the ferry over
Yeah.
versus hopping straight off of a flight. And then the first
True.
thing you do is head to the dock to get on the ferry.
Sometimes you don't even get as much time as you really want on the island. So that's something to consider. So it's like you take a ferry, let's say it takes between an hour to 2 hours to get there, depending on where you're coming from, or, 20 minutes if you take a helicopter.
Yeah.
But then you have your time there, but then after dark, you're usually going to be heading back. Usually those ferries are leaving around like sunset time.
Yeah.
So I've also gone back around like 7 while it was sunsetting, which if you're doing a sunset ferry, it's actually really nice.
Oh, yeah?
It makes it a better experience. But, if you're just on that ferry stacked up with a bunch of people, then
It's not something that I saw that was like really interesting about it is like the influx of tourists that come that are just daytime tourists.
yes.
They say there's 16,000 tourists a day. This
I
island
can see it.
is tiny.
It's so little.
Super tiny. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of places in this island where you can't even take a car.
No, you can't. It's
Yeah.
almost like Venice where you kind of just have to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's 16,000 tourists and there's only 12,900 residents
Wow.
on the island.
Wow.
So
That's very interesting.
it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So they have a lot of daytime people. So both
Yeah.
both of the times you went to Capri, was one of them a day trip or did you always stay overnight or?
Both of them were day trips.
Oh,
So I
okay.
wasn't able to stay overnight because, one, we were in Amalfi Coast and, we had a fabulous hotel there. Like, it was our honeymoon. It was the honeymoon suite, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like, let's go back to Amalfi Coast and just visit for a while. And then the second time, I actually did a Mediterranean cruise. And that's why I was able to go to Capri once we arrived in Napoli. So I think I would want to go and stay overnight. I think it would be nice. I will say it's one of those places where you want to just go and like really relax.
Yeah.
And also due to the tourism, like I feel like I would want to go on an off time when it's not in the height of tourist season. I love to travel during those times where it's not so many people, you know, and I feel like I get better deals on the shopping and I can, you know, get better reservations at the restaurant, better views, things like that.
Yeah. You do get a better, like September is still, again, it's off season, but it's still good weather for Italy, especially Capri and so forth. And you can still kind of catch the tail end of that summer season-ish, even though you're kind of heading into fall. And
I just went in October.
Oh, really? How was the weather in October?
It was beautiful. I had a sundress. We were wearing shorts.
Could you do like the pool? Like, would you jump in the pool in October?
Yeah, actually.
Really?
I feel like it was like a 70, 75. It was nice.
I'm not jumping in the pool at 75. Are you jumping in at the pool at 75?
75 and sunny.
If it's heated.
75 and sunny. I'm here for it.
What does it need to be nice?
But yeah, we would love a heated pool, right?
75 degrees outside. I'm not jumping in the pool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe
it was
that's
nice.
Maybe that's
it was
just
nice.
Me. Maybe that's just
and
me.
I feel like for certain things to do too, like with that many people, lines are a thing. So going off season, there's not long lines. Like,
girl, where are you waiting in a line?
Well, we actually went to the botanical garden, and it was maybe 10 people in line. Like usually it would be like 30 people. Usually it would be off-season. Exactly. Usually it would be a very long line, but like we were in and out. You know, it didn't take that long. It wasn't like we couldn't get our photo moments. Really, you know, it was way nicer to go during that time. And then I will say we did wait in line for that ice cream though, the gelato.
Which one? Wait, is there you went to like a famous gelato spot there?
Yeah.
I don't know the famous gelato.
So
we did ice cream too.
There's these lemons. It's like a frozen lemon that has lemon gelato in it.
Oh.
And then they put like the mint on top. I have a picture. We can put the picture up.
Yes.
But it's so cute and it's so good. We literally got it 3 times while we were there.
Wow.
During our day trip. Like, it was that good, and that's something I would wait in line for. So.
How long would you wait in line for that?
I waited like 15 minutes.
Oh, girl, goodbye. 15
Listen, lines, I get anxiety from lines.
That's like you're at the bank. Like, really, 15 minutes?
I get anxiety from lines. I do not do lines. I hate lines. But that was something where I was like, oh, there's a lot of people here, but I'm going to go ahead and get this ice cream.
Okay, would you wait for 45 minutes?
No.
Damn, so
No. I don't think, not many things are worth 45 minutes in
Oh.
line. I'm sorry, I can't do line. Even when I went to Greece, y'all, I went to Greece. When we showed up, the line just to take the cable car up, it was outlandish. It probably would have taken at least an hour and a half. I literally walked. We walked up the canal to go to the top of Santorini. Because that's how much I did not want to wait in line. I got a workout in, and it was a decent
Get
workout.
your steps in.
I was also pregnant, and I got my steps in because I was a Stairmaster queen all pregnancy, and look, we did it.
How pregnant were you on the very last
6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 months.
I think, what's the cutoff, 7 months? 8 months?
Ish.
I was working out till 9 months, but traveling, I cut off in the 8th month, yeah.